Good Tuesday evening to everyone. How are you? It's good to see you. It's good to be seen by you. Welcome to the show. I, the person being glad about doing the seeing and being seen, am he that is me, Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear on this here Wednesday evening. And I hope you guys are having an absolutely rock solid good hump day. I'm here. Um, and I'm glad about that fact. I'm glad about that fact. It's Wednesday, and soon, very soon, we're going to do something we haven't done in a really long time, far too long, in my opinion. My beautiful and talented co-host Kyle, you know him as the Viking Hat GM from over on Discord, is going to be joining us here in just a few, and we're going to be giving some RPG fun a good go this evening. But before we get into that, folks, do me a favor if you would. If you haven't already, if this is not something you've done yet, would you please click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notification about all of our upcoming live streams that we do here, whether it's a night when we play a TTRPG like tonight, when we have a guest host, if you will, like we do tonight. Regardless of what we do, you'll find out about it. You will be in that elite group of people who are on the inside track, as it were. But we'll talk about that more in just a minute. I want to say hello to Jorge Yarib, to Ken Goad, Michael Dale, good to see you, Doc Flamingo. Who else is out there? Who else do we got out there? Wave of Mutilation, Thomas Smith. And I would be willing to bet there are a lot more of you folks out there. If you're just keeping very quiet, that's absolutely fine. But hello to all of you. Um, Ryan Nowicki, good to see you. And it's always glad when I'm glad when you catch these streams, Ryan. Um, so let me explain what's going on in case you don't know around here. We're going to be playing a little bit of a little bit of TTRPG madness. Now, if you caught other shows where I'm the dungeon master of ceremonies, for lack of a better term, with our Tuesday night AD&D game or with our Friday night Gamma World game. You know that our games kind of move fairly. We stick to what the dice do. Okay, we don't have table reads, we don't have script writing sessions or anything like that. The same holds true with our illustrious game master tonight. Now, what are we playing, you might be asking, and well, you may ask. But Kyle has been hard at work. You see, he's not just a gamer, he's a games designer, and I don't mean that from a perspective of, well, I dabble in game theory or anything like that. Because you're going to see Kyle runs a pretty tight ship when it comes to games that he runs as well. And despite the fact that we're going to be giving his game a go, that shouldn't lead you to any conclusions about things being any different, because they're not. Because Kyle, he will stick to the die rolls. I mean, because what's the point at that point if you're not going to do that? So if you have any questions about the game we're playing, our characters, how the rules roll out, please feel free to ask them in the live stream chat. I will do my best to answer them, or Kyle, since he's running the game. And that's a way you can interact with us. It's not like just a thing where you're going to sit and stare and listen at what we're doing and not interact. I want you to interact, and I want you to feel like you can have any amount of fun with us. You can do any number of cool things. You can super chat, you can become a patron, you can become a channel member. But it's those last two that I want to draw attention to, taking my tongue out of my cheek. Um, Guys, we are having a gift giveaway at the end of December for the holidays of 2025. We are going to be giving away four of something. It is tabletop RPG oriented. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I am going to tell you on October 1st. That is less than a month away. That is 26 days away, 27 days away. And to be considered for the drawing that we're going to do, we're going to spin a wheel 4 times. Four of you people out there are going to potentially win. Well, I mean, 4 of you are going to win it. I don't know, just know which ones of you are going to win it, are going to win this gift. This is going to be your only opportunity to win this gift. To be considered for it, you need to be a patron or a channel member. Now, patron, you can become a patron for as low as $1. You can become a channel member for as low as $2. YouTube sets that. I don't. So if if you're on a budget, go ahead and hit Patreon and become a patron over there. If you want to live extravagantly, you can become a YouTube channel member. The tier you join at does not determine the odds you're going to get it. You're all equal. Look, if you want to support the channel at the Master Thief level, which is the $10 tier, thank you. Starting in 2026, I'm going to go back to writing a module a month, an adventure a month for our Master Thief members on Patreon and on YouTube. But for the holiday gift drawing, that does not improve or increase your chances. It's open to everybody, but you have to be a channel member or you have to be a patron. And this is important, the last day to get in on it, the last day to become a patron or channel member and to be considered for the drawing is October 31st. So you've got a couple of months. But if you're just like, I'm just going to breeze in on Christmas night when they do the drawing, become a member, and then if I don't get it, just cancel. No, you got to be here for at least that time period. So I appreciate in advance, you guys, those of you who want to sign up. When you see on October 1st what I'm offering, you're going to be all over this. And I am going to make a special announcement video. It's not just going to be in the live stream. I'm going to make a special announcement video and I'm going to talk about this. So I hope you guys will consider doing that. So I have talked enough. And for the first time in way too long, I am going to let somebody else do the majority of the talking. Tonight's game master, if you're new to the show, is he's not just a guy who likes to hang around and play RPGs. He's a friend of mine. He is an excellent dude. Long time fan of the show. Everybody, please put your hands together and be on your best behavior for the Viking Hat GM himself. Everybody say hello to Kyle. Kyle.
G'day, boys and girls. I don't know how good my sound is today because I'm here in the garage and we got rain on the roof. So
you are 5x5. We can't even hear that rain, Kyle. You're good to go, my friend. Have you been, buddy?
Yeah, good. Had a nice little morning this morning. So here the cherry blossoms are blooming. Happens about March or April over in the US.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't know if you haven't, but over in Japan. And let's see, I might show you. And but you know how it is. It's like they go for like 5 minutes, So you got to get the timing right if you want to be able to
Yeah.
see them. So this morning, the street near my daughter's school and where I go to the gym and stuff has a whole stack of them. So I took her early to school today, and as a little surprise, took her to the bakery there, and we went and you could see them all on the street there, and her picking them.
Oh, that's lovely.
We're trying to. So that was my morning. It started a nice day, and now it's raining. So we were lucky.
Yeah, I of course the fans know, it went through went through a bit of a plumbing adventure starting at 3:30 in the morning on Sunday.
Yeah.
And yeah, the rain kept catching me. I'm like, okay, I've got this fitting put together. I can go out there and I can put it on, and the bottom would just drop out. So it's like you can't test for leaks when everything you touch is soaking wet, right? So yes, you gotta love the rain. Oh, and in response
you
to
could have gone out there and done it in the rain anyway, and you would have got that military kind of experience of like mopping in the rain and stuff.
Right. But no, you're talking about the cherry blossoms. Washington D.C. is famous for an entire huge lane. They were a gift from the Japanese in the 1930s. So lovely cherry blossoms there.
They just, unfortunately, they just go for like 2 weeks. They
suddenly
appear and then they suddenly disappear.
It is a blink and you'll miss it event. It really is.
The Japanese, forgive the pronunciation, I've been told this morning already that it was wrong. Hanami, so flower watching. So they'll have those 2 weeks where they just go and have picnics in the gardens with those and watch them fall.
Nice. So we're heading back to the post-apocalypse, Kyle. Is that what's going on tonight?
That's my plan. I don't know where you guys are going.
Hey, you're driving this big bus tonight, my friend. So why don't we go ahead and bring on our other players? First up, we've got a guy who stepped up to join us here on the show and fill some post-apocalypse survival boots. Everybody, please say hello to Joe Kaufman. Joe, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, Bill. How are you doing?
I can't complain. I mean, I could, but who'd listen? All right.
Hello, Joe. Sorry not being around the last few weeks. Had some things to take care of.
Oh, but, no worries, man. No
here
worries.
We are.
Glad to see you, bud.
And Joe complete with his new character. Sorry, I don't have an illustration of him yet. Maybe you could get one up yourself, Joe. There's plenty of AI that can do it now for us. People are scornful to this, but it's a lot better than my drawings. So.
Yeah, I was going with.
Hey, Mutilation. Good to see you.
I was going with Bandit from Smoking the Bandit. Is what I'm going for here.
Fair enough.
All right. And next up, of course, we have that Gat about the channel. You know her, and you know her. Everybody, please say hello to Kanek, who's playing Erica. Kanek, hello. How are you?
Hey, peeps. I'm good.
You're also very quiet. If you could up your gain a little bit.
Okay, I'll try.
She's hiding a role playing from her family.
Is that a little better?
It's her dark secret. Yes, that is better. We can hear you. I can also tweak it a little bit. StreamYard is slowly but surely getting a little bit better with their tools. So I've increased it just a tad there. So Kyle, as they say in the business, your aircraft.
Okay. All right. So we've got Kennick's character here. The image that she's got there, because it's zoomed in, it makes her look like a zombie or something. But she's not. That's oh yeah, that's the right one. Her 3 skills: endurance, intrusion, admin, and there's one other I've forgotten. And her nature is lust. She's a drug addict. That's why she's so skinny. She has problems. And we don't have Joe's one, sorry, but he can tell us about his character. Tell us about your character, Joe.
Sorry about that. Mac Petty is my character. He's a trucker from the. If we're going real life, he's northeast cross country trucker racer on the weekend. His name's Mac Petty. Wears a cowboy hat, and he's got a thick black mustache, and some more than 5 o'clock. He's got about a 3-day shadow going on right now. It's been a bit.
And here's Bill's character, John Matrix.
John Matrix is an all-around swell guy. He is former military. During the collapse, I don't want to give away too much, Kyle, if you want to explain that.
No, you go
John.
ahead. Give it away.
Okay. As the legal system broke down and people were being thrown in jail for looking at you funny, John Matrix found himself caught up in a dragnet and was slapped in the clinker for a crime he didn't commit, or at least something that shouldn't have been a crime in the first place. It was never adequately explained exactly what he did, but John did a very brief stint in prison, and the end of the world. The end of the world let him out of jail right in the middle of a disaster of electromagnetic pulse, possibly zombies. We don't know fully yet. We're just kind of rediscovering our world around us. John was a comms tech in the army. He knows how to use a gun, although he would much rather kill them with kindness.
When he's not shooting surrendering people.
Hey, that was a misunderstanding. And John feels bad enough about it as it is.
So they escaped from the prison. They went exploring. They met some people, argued with them, shot at them, killed one of them, or maybe killed one of them, beat up another one, took their stuff, went back to the prison to treat the wounds of one of their own guys. That didn't work. That guy died horribly, and they left him for the zombies / inmates. There's not confirmed to be any zombies in this apocalypse, but there was a naked guy who was going around trying to eat people's faces. It was not established whether he was undead or just a crazy guy, because it was part of the infirmary wing of the prison, which had a psych wing, and you guys didn't go and explore the psych wing, but maybe he had come out of that. Maybe he had just been a few weeks off his meds. So they beat that guy up. And
He may not have been alone either.
That's right. They beat that guy up and fled the place. When they were arguing about everything and sitting inside their vehicle, they felt a bodily thump on the back of the vehicle and floored it and got out of there. Driving along the road, a bit way along, they found Joe's character, the trucker. They took the truck and a bunch of supplies and so on, and they found a lake, a place called Sunny Lakes. It was an old resort that had become less valuable because most of the trees had been cut down around it, so a lot of mudslides and so on. But there was a lake with fish and some cabins which had food and shelter. There were no fireplaces inside. It was all, gas and electricity, but they were still able to make shelter, and they just resolved to stay there and make it their stronghold. You have strongholds in this game, which is just any place that you settle down and you decide to rest at, and you can build up. So you hadn't decided what you were going to do with your downtime. Now, downtime is a bit like leveling up in D&D. You have some time aside, and the downtime is good, obviously, because you can work on skills if you want to. You can build facilities in your stronghold, build it up, or maintain it, as it were. As well, you clear away all stresses. So if you had hunger, fatigue, or distress, hunger takes away from your brawn skills, fatigue takes away from your brain skills, and distress takes away from your soul skills. If you had any of those, it's all cleared away by 3 months of downtime. Because you just think about it, if you yourself had hunger, fatigue, and distress from horrible events recently, if you could take 3 months off, and during those 3 months, just like renovate your house, build up a garden, spend some time with friends and family, teach a skill or learn a skill, that kind of thing, that would probably clear away all your hunger, fatigue, and distress. Yeah, a little sabbatical of a few months like that, where you do something productive and relax a bit. But it hasn't been decided by you guys what you will do exactly in your in your downtime. So let's choose the rules.
While Kyle is checking that out, I also want to mention, if there's anyone else who would like to join us on this post-apocalypse journey of exploration and so on and et cetera, playing yes, but if you are a channel Patreon supporter or member at any tier, $1, $2, and if this is something you'd like to participate in and you'd like to come on the live stream and do it with us, please reach out to myself or to Kyle via the channel Discord or other social media, and we'll talk to you about it. Anyway, Kyle, please continue.
Yep. Okay, so permitted downtime actions: recover from wound, that's automatic. You can train or teach a skill. Indulge your nature, that's also automatic. During 3 months, you'll have some time to indulge your charity or your lust or whatever that your nature may be, and that clears your distress. Acting more of yourself clears your distress, which could be good or bad for others, but it's all in how you play it out. You can turn a minor character into a major. Okay, we've got a couple of minor characters with us. There's a minor character just normally has one skill and no nature. They're just sort of a bit of a blank. They just do something, like the guy who fixes your guns or the guy who does the gardening or whatever. They're just a minor character, at least in your life. But a major character has got 3 skills and has a nature. So you can take time to get to know someone. Like that guy who just fixes your guns, it turns out he also has a hobby of football and minored in law at some point. So he's got admin and culture skill as well. And once you get to know him, you find that he's got the nature of, say, greed. He's a bit of a glutton and he drinks a lot. Probably not a great combination with firearms, but there you go. And you can also develop a major character into an ally. An ally is someone who is much more likely to help you. He is a +1 to the role when you ask them to help you out. But of course, they may ask you to help them. You can prepare for a future mission, craft or repair items, and you can also build or maintain a facility. So the existing facilities at this place, so they're different facilities. So you've got facilities which are associated with an attribute. You kind of have to build a facility or have them, because if you've got a certain number of brawn skills or brain skills or soul skills, you need that many facilities to maintain it. Like for brawn skills, like things like firearms and athletics and so on, if you don't have something like a kitchen or latrine or medical bay, sleeping quarters, if you don't have anything like that, you're going to lose one of your skills. You just can't maintain it. You don't have the facilities.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be task specific. You don't need a gym to maintain the strength, but you at least need a kitchen. You need a water purification system. If you don't even have a lot of clean water, how are you going to maintain your strength? If you don't even have a good kitchen, you won't be eating well enough to be able to handle your firearms properly. You'll be hungry all the time. It'll put you off. Just the very act of building a facility, even if you don't successfully build it, at least giving it a go, that will maintain all your relevant skills. Now, the facilities at the place are sleeping quarters. They're cabins. They do not have running water, but there is water available in the form of rainfall and a lake, but you would still need to purify it. because obviously lake water can have contaminants and worms and so on. And the rainwater coming off your roof, there could be rotting vegetation on the roof. There can be bird feces and dead raccoons and all sorts. So you do need to actually purify the water. There's no question that you can get enough water to avoid dying of thirst, right? There's a lake, you just boil the water or whatever, that's fine. But if you want to have a water system where you have enough to bathe with on a regular basis and you can sort of use it fairly carelessly, then you need to build a system for that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Same with sleeping quarters and so on. So you generally need to assign somebody to maintain a facility. And if you want to build it, you need to assign someone to build it as well. NPCs will get one action over the term, over the downtime, and PCs get 2 actions. So these are the facilities by the attribute. In broad facilities, there's sleeping quarters. You could build a water purification or storage system. You could build a bathing or laundry facility. You can't do a chicken or pig pen. There's no livestock around. I suppose you could do a gym, training yard, use logs or something like that. That'd be pretty improvised. You can do a latrine. You don't have the things for a medical bay or a storage vault. You possibly could do a vegetable garden, but it would have to be improvised. You'd have to because there's a forest nearby, so you might find some herbs or some greens or whatever that you could grow there, and so on. You couldn't really manage a basic workshop. You've got a few tools on Max's Semi, and also the diesel truck that you found. You remember you found a truck,
Right.
a diesel truck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then there's brains, there's archives. Well, library. You do have a few books, but not really enough for a library. Communications hub. Bill's character could possibly work on that because he's made a note of picking up mobile phones and radios and electronics and stuff that he's found.
I do have a plan for that. That is something I'd like to work on here.
Observation post. That's just find a hill nearby and build a little tower there or whatever. What else?
Kyle.
Yep.
I got a question about the terrain around us. In my head, I believe last session we built a driveway to the.
That's right. That was going to take a week or so. That's not an official facility, but it's established that it's clear so that you can drive your vehicles back and forth.
So, is this place? It's probably accessible by foot in any direction. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
Not comfortably because, as I said, the most of the trees and so on have been cleared away, so there's a lot of mud.
Okay.
It's winter's coming and there's a lot of mud.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe perhaps there was a steep slope to our side above the pond or something like that.
Okay, so you've got the lake. It's about half a mile across. You've got the lake. So let's go back. So there's the highway, and then there's a road that's been interrupted by fallen trees and scrub and all that sort of stuff that goes around to the other side of the lake where the cabins are. So the cabins are on the opposite side of the lake to where the highway is, and there are hills behind the cabins. So if the road is going east-west and the lake is to the north of the road, the cabins are to the north of the lake, and there are hills behind that lake. And then a day's travel to the east is a forested area, and that's back where you came from originally with the prison. To the west is a city, and to your north and south, you don't know. You haven't traveled to those areas. But there's immediately around there's hills. It's slightly hilly, but the woods and so on have been cleared.
Pretty sparse as far as housing goes.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's holiday cabins.
Yeah.
There are 3 of them. They were family cabins. And essentially you guys have used 2 of them. And then the third one, the third one is available to either expand into and look up if you've got other people, or you can cannibalize it for parts to make a workshop or whatever.
I was thinking more like as we drove up to this area, were we passing, you know, communities and houses? Is it pretty well populated area? Or are we out in the middle of nowhere?
You're pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. So they've done the usual thing when they set up the prison, which is like put it about a day's travel on foot or, you know, a couple of hours by car outside the city. Nobody wants to live right next door to a prison. So they put it out in the middle of out in the middle of nowhere, or, you know, a couple of hours drive away from the city. And this is otherwise a rural area. There's the occasional farmhouse. You've come across the occasional ruin, if you recall. There was one ruin that had wolves going around it, so you decided not to explore. But yeah, there's not a lot of stuff in the immediate area. Like I said, this is like the cabin retreat. It's holiday homes before everything went crappy.
Have we seen any travelers besides ourselves up to this point?
No, you just saw those guys that you shot at, and you've seen like distant figures, but you haven't approached them, and they haven't approached you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, and as kind of points out, you've got a truckload of building materials as well. Is that you had you had stuff for scaffolding? So there's iron poles and there's flat timber and so on.
Well, as far as that goes, Kyle, and as far as working on things, I would like to use some of the scaffolding to actually make a scaffold tower, and basically with that, I'm going to use it as a scaffold antenna, and with now let me ask you: does his truck's got a CB in it? So yeah, so. Is
that'll
said
be
CB
an analog CB, so it won't have burned out.
Awesome. So I don't. I'll basically all I have to do is yeah. All I have to do is just literally just unbolt it from the inside of the truck and bolt it to the or connect it to the scaffolding, so we can get broadcast and reception range.
Yeah. All right. So the facilities that you want to build, in other words, so like I said, ideally you would build one facility of brains, brawn, and soul that will, even attempting to do so, even if it's not successful, that will maintain everyone's skills. Right? So the existing one is the sleeping quarters. Someone needs to maintain those. They have to be kept clean. Somebody has to wash the sheets and so on. Okay. Now, you've also got with you the NPCs Autumn Kepler with a scrounging, stealth, search, and her greed. You've got Jaya with a brawling, physician, presence, and wrath. Okay. Now, who do you want to assign to look after the sleeping quarters? One of the PCs or one of the NPCs?
You know what? I think we should be fair and equitable about this. When I'm not working on the comm system, and we're not going out trying to find stuff away from here, I'm okay doing that.
So NPCs get one action in a downtime. You get two. PCs get two.
All right. Well, I will do that. I will take care of the sleeping quarters.
Okay.
Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah.
You said one action per downtime. Is that I heard you say 3 months.
So you're having a downtime. You're having 3 months off, right? You've gone out, you've had your adventures, and now this is your leveling up time, if you like.
Okay. So NPCs get one action for 3 months, and we get two, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So, Bill, you're building a brains facility, the communications hub. what brawn facility would you like to build, you guys? There's bathing and laundry facility, chicken or pig pen, combined gym, training yard, kitchen, latrine, medical bay, sleeping quarters, storage vault, vegetable garden, vehicle garage, water purification storage system, or a basic workshop. Some of those will be easier or harder. So what would you guys like to try to build?
I'm going to suggest we go with water purification first. I mean, as far as sleeping and food prep and that, we've got the various cabins that we can work in for the time being, but getting potable water is
Yeah.
or should be.
Erica would be on the water.
Okay.
Yeah. All we need is a fire for a kitchen, anyways. And, you know.
Yeah.
Do we have soap? Do we not have soap? Yeah, whatever. Just wipe your hands off.
All right, and a soul facility is art workshop, bar canteen, board games room, chapel, cinema, garden of remembrance, where you remember the people who died or who you killed.
I'd rather put
or
that
who you
behind us,
lost
Kyle.
through the apocalypse. Message board. Message board isn't just like between you. The idea is that like your stronghold, people will come visit from outside the community and stuff. It's like the classic thing after a disaster, people put up on the wall, I've lost this relative. Has anyone seen them? Music room, performance stage, stereo, storytelling circle, visitor quarters. Any of those appeal?
Well, Kyle, now that you mention it, if these were vacation cabins, and they were even a little bit maintained, and you've told us, we found some cookware and some little elements of food prep, not actual food itself, but cooking.
You did. You found flour and beans and stuff.
Okay, right. So I will look in the cabins and see if there are any rainy day board games that were tucked away. Checkers,
there are.
Monopoly,
there's
things like that.
And, a few books and that.
Excellent. Then we have our brains area set up. We can sit down and play. Soul. I'm sorry, soul. We've got our soul area set up. So we've got board games. We've got probably a few pot boiler novel of the month kind of books lying around.
Yeah, there's Clive Cussler.
All right.
Any TSR books?
So board games room. Who's going to build the board games room?
I mean, it's just pick a cabin. That's it. I'll do that.
You assemble them. You maintain them. Someone can take spare bits of paper or board or whatever and make some new board games.
I'll do it.
Well, you can't do everything, Bill. You're already looking after the sleeping quarters and the comms hubs.
Okay. I thought building the towers. Okay. All right. Well, then, yeah, I've got set. Hey, somebody, Autumn, do you like board games?
Right. Autumn will do it. She'll be an obedient NPC.
Thank you, Autumn. Appreciate it.
Kyle,
so,
does any soul activity help any soul skill?
Yes. Yeah. Just building it up. Just the fact of building it up.
Okay.
Will help it. So you don't have to match the facilities to a particular skill, just to the trait in general. Like I said, like if your character is strong, they don't necessarily need to have a gym around, but they need at least to have a kitchen, or a vegetable garden, or a livestock pen, or something like that. They need something that supports the body in order to maintain their strength. And the very fact of building a brawn facility is going to help your strength anyway, whatever facility you may do. Likewise, if you're building a brains facility, you're building archives, an apothecary, a classroom, a command room, and so on, whatever your other skills, you're challenging your brains.
Yep.
And so on with soul. Does that make sense? You're challenging the general trait.
Okay, very good.
So it keeps it up. I've done it to be super specific. Now, there are also defensive rating that you might want to consider. Makes no difference to your skills, but there's other things like armored gate. Well, you've got to have walls first. An
Yeah.
armory.
I was just
You've got
about to
a
go
few
there.
weapons, not really enough for an armory. Armed patrols, barricades, guard tower, moat, reinforced walls, sniper nest, spotlights. You need electricity at least temporarily for that, but you can do that because you've got a diesel truck, and you can turn the truck. You can turn the truck engine into a generator if you want.
Right.
Where are we? Cartel, moat, reinforced walls, sniper nest, spotlights, traps, tripwire alarm system, and if you had dogs, watchdogs.
How much? You said I have scaffolding on my truck. If I wanted to build a wall, about how many linear feet or meters, whatever you prefer?
Well, there's the scaffolding, and then there's the poles.
The poles as well.
And there's lots of tree stumps and fallen logs and stuff around. So there's no question you can build a wall. The question is what quality that is. And so all these buildings are going to require a dice roll to see how well you do.
Sure.
There's no question you can build a wall. It's just how good will it be?
Well, I mean, there's good, but I'm also worried about, if I try to stretch it out, it's going to be less good. If I bring it in, I can maybe fortify it a
That's
little
just
bit
the dice
more.
roll, mate. That's just the dice roll.
Okay, very good.
So you guys want to build a wall then?
I mean, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
It'll keep the nasty wildlife off to some degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody around, but I'm sure there's raiders about, But I would think a wall. So my options right now in my head are wall or turn the spare semi truck into a generator. I think safety is more important than energy right now.
Yeah.
If you agree, I will start taking on that task.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds like a winner.
Okay. So a generator is a brains one. So Joe. So all right. So let's lay it out. So Bill's maintaining the sleeping quarters and building a comms hub. Saf or Erica is building a water purification system. She still has one spare action. And Joe, your character Max, is building reinforced walls and a generator. Autumn is of the NPCs. Autumn's been assigned to a board games room. Jaya has one action and one free. She's not being got to do anything at the moment. You can put multiple people onto a task, and a second one will help, but beyond that, there's no extra help. You just get a +1 for having a second person. Do you want to stick Jaya onto something to help out? And does Erica want to double up with someone? Any of those ones particularly important to you that you want to make?
Did we find a whole bunch of food or something? Do we have food sources?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not so that you've got some stored food in the form of flour and beans. That'll basically last you guys 3 months.
Okay.
And then you can round out the nutrition with. There'll be a little bit of fishing in the lake.
Yeah.
And even with the tree stumps around and stuff, there's going to be the occasional deer or bird or something like that you can take out with, because you've got a number of firearms and so on. So you'll be able to get through winter. You'll be able to get through winter. It'll be a bit lean, but you'll be able to get through winter.
Do we need somebody assigned to that?
For the food, no. It's just taken that, unless you're in the middle of a desert or something like that, it's just assumed that there'll be enough water and food to stop you starving to death. The facilities just give you some extra.
Okay.
The facilities give you a surplus.
Sure.
You know, like it's assumed, it's the same as the defenses. It's assumed that somebody is on watch. Somebody sits on the porch with a shotgun. But that's
Perfect.
different to having a guard tower. Does that make sense?
So we've got Jay open. I've got a second, and Joe's got a second.
All right. So
So what do we need priority-wise? I mean, we've got
I'll take Jay on the wall.
communication.
Oh, right. Communication. What we do need is a water filtration system if she's able to.
Well, that's what I'm working on. That's my first one. So,
Oh, is that your
I
first
mean,
one? I'm sorry, I
yeah.
missed that.
Oh, no, not a problem. So we've got security, we've got communication, we've got water, and we've got our game room. So what else is a mandatory thing that we should focus on, group?
Well, it sounded like we need a kitchen. Is it? Do we not have a kitchen? Is that correct, Kyle? Like not
well,
like a real good one.
you've got the frame of a kitchen, but it requires gas and electricity.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a cabin kitchen. So it's got like a basic sink and there's an electric stove and so on. A kitchen in this, as I said,
Oh, sure.
the mindset you want to have is like the basics are very easy to achieve of survival. The facilities give you a surplus. So the kitchen in this sense is like a summer camp kitchen or like a church
We can be
kitchen,
grilling
something
outside.
like that. You know, and so it's like a big one.
Yeah.
That's got pantries and a big stove up. So in this case, you'd be setting up a wood-fired stove.
Yeah.
Because the electricity, it just used too much electricity otherwise. You'd burn through all your diesel pretty quickly. So you'd be setting up a wood-fired stove, let's set it, so you do an outdoor kitchen, build up the fireplace with rocks or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can build yourself a kitchen if you want.
And you did say there was a, for ad hoc meal prep, there's a sort of a campground grill type
Yes.
barbecue. All right.
So maybe
So we
kitchen's
really
not a
don't
big
need
deal.
Yeah, we don't need a kitchen. We've got our little campfire thing that we can grill hot dogs and whatever we need on it.
Yep.
Yeah, Mac doesn't need much. So, but if we don't have anything else to do with him, to do with her, he wouldn't mind some protection as he builds the wall.
Yeah. So Jay will help you build the wall.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's taken care of. And Erica, that leaves you with one spare action, and then everyone's taken care of.
So what else do we need?
Well, there's not just facilities. There's, like I said, you can try to build your skills. You can try to teach yourself a skill. You won't get it in just 3 months, but you can try. You can work on it.
Yeah.
Like a combat skill might be useful in the case of Erica, because remember, if you lack a combat skill or a medical skill, every time you're in a combat, you incur distress. You freak out.
I think she's going to work on the medical part. She's got a bag of supplies, and having our medic go down might not be bad to have a second first aid person.
Yep.
No
So
doubt.
she'll be self-taught, unless you want to take Jaya off the wall and have Jaya's action be to teach you physician.
That's okay.
Having a teacher will give you a +1 to the roll of acquiring the skill.
I mean, if you're okay with not having a guard, Joe.
That's all right. I think I'm within yelling distance.
Okay.
Okay. All right then. Let's make some rolls.
Woohoo!
Now,
Mhm.
Rolling dice. Rolling.
Keep them dicey rolling.
Survive.
all right,
Survive.
so these rolls are on the same basis of everything else. I didn't note it down in this copy of the rules, but the outcome on the table is important. So, for example, if you get no and when you make the facility roll, not only can you not get that facility, you can never build it there. If you get no, you just fail to build the facility. If you get no but, then you fail to build the facility, but you get a +1 to it next time if you try again, because you learn from your mistakes. If you get yes but, then the facility will work, but will require 2 people to maintain it instead of 1. If you get yes, you can maintain it with just 1 person. You get yes, and it becomes self-sustaining. There's some sort of group roster system where people just do a token amount of work and they manage to keep it going. Okay, so Bill,
Yes, sir.
first up, let's roll for how well you maintain the sleeping quarters to see if there's any problem over the
All
3
right. Man, if I roll a 1, I can't imagine what happens. You short-seated all of our beds, you idiot. All right, here we go. This is a D6, right? Just one D6, Kyle?
Yeah,
A 3.
a 3. No, but. So Bill doesn't take care of the sleeping quarters terribly well. Whatever he did in the military, he obviously didn't do very well in recruit course with making the beds and keeping things clean. So you get sleep, but bed bugs get into the place. He's just not used to, not having a hot laundry and everything to clean everything.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
He's adapting to the conditions. So you get bed bugs, guys.
Oh man.
Clearly, these cabins were not properly maintained. That's what happened, and that is John Matrix is gonna stand on that theory. It's.
Hang on a sec. I'm just going to get some headphones because I can't hear you guys over the.
Yeah, I'm actually hearing the white noise of it.
We can hear the rain now, but that's okay.
Just a sec.
All right.
No, you must have brought those bed bugs in with your luggage, man. Were you at a hotel recently?
Luggage? yeah, they came in with my luggage. These dice are cursed.
It is funny with this yes but system. It all really just comes down. A 1 or a 5 could be good or bad, or sorry, a 1 or a 6 could be good or bad, depending on how he words the question. Because it can flip flop. It can flip flop just depending on how he words it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I've got a plan I want to try and enact, but it's going to be later on. As far as food related, but we'll get down to it.
I mean, we're here. We got 3 months of talking we could do here, so
sure.
I mean, we're gonna need to. We don't have much here. We're gonna need to expand and find supplies. Not only that, we're gonna need some weapons beyond food. We're gonna need weapons.
Well, you do have some weapons.
Indeed, but I think very few. I don't have any.
So here's just an idea for later consideration. What if we took the VW out and we cruised up the highway a ways? Now, at big interchanges, Maybe there's a racetrack. Maybe there's a Buc-ee's. Maybe there's a Wawa. Hear me out. Hear me out. Now, they probably already all been looted of anything useful. You know, everybody's gotten the cases of water, the bottles of Coke, the packages of snacks. If there's anything left in their deli section, we look for cucumbers and tomatoes. In the salad section, we can gather those for seeds. Those are excellent sources of vitamin C.
Well, that gas station that you were at where you shot the dude, there were actually a few other shops and warehouses around that. That was at a big intersection, and there are a few places around that, but you didn't explore that because the first time you went there, one of your guys got shot, and so you rushed him back to the prison and that. And then you thought about going back there, but then you decided not to.
Right.
Okay. So that's unexplored. But
all right. Well,
anyway, you've got your 3-month downtime at the moment. So the sleeping quarters have established have not been well maintained. Erica, let's see how you did with the water purification. Roll 1d6. You've got nothing to add to it. You've got no building. You've got no physician or science or anything like that. So it's just a straight one. Roll.
Let's hope it's.
And it's improvised. It's improvised materials as well.
Yep.
So that'll be a -1.
Oh man, a 4.
A 4. So that becomes a 3 then. So that becomes a 3. So no, but. So so you don't manage to set up a water purification system, but you'll get a +1 next time. You learn something.
So we're dealing with boiling water at this point.
Yes, boiling water and bathing by just wiping yourself down in the lake, which gets a bit rough over the winter.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll keep working on it.
Bill, let's see you go with the comms hub. Now,
okay, and
you've got we'll generously call it basic rather than improvised. It's certainly not proper kit. We call basic rather than improvised, so that's +0, and you've got a relevant skill, that's +1. So D6 +1.
A 5 total.
Okay, nice. 5. So you got a yes. Right. So that system will be set up, and will require one person to maintain during downtimes. You don't have to worry about it during adventures. Somebody maintain. Okay, Joe, you're going to set up a generator. And we will generously call this basic stuff as well because you've got a vehicle engine and it's got an alternator and batteries and sacks of diesel and all the rest. Okay. Make a. You don't have a. Do you have mechanics and stuff? I can't remember.
Yes.
You do. Okay, so you get a +1 to your roll.
Perfect. Hey, it's a 3. Net 3.
A net 3. Okay, so same thing. Same thing as for Erica's water system. You don't manage to set it up working well, but you've learned some things. You get a +1 next time. There's probably a lack of power cords.
Yeah.
Lack of power cords, and you try to use, string some jumper leads together, and it didn't quite work. But you've learned some things, so if you give it a go next another time, then you get a +1 to it.
Very good.
Okay, let's see who wants to roll for Autumn and see how she goes setting up the board games room.
I'll take the roll.
All right, go for it.
She gets no bonuses, and it's just improvised, so -1.
Net 2.
Net 2.
God.
No.
I'm sorry.
All right. Let's see how Max goes building the walls.
Okay. This one's got to be it, right? No relevant skill, I don't think.
No relevant skill. You don't have building with him.
No, he just it's if there's no negative, it's a 2.
Okay, 2. All right. No, he does not succeed at that either. Well, you guys have difficult conditions. It's it's cold. It's winter. It's muddy. The land around has been cleared. You're like, if they just hadn't chopped down the forest, man. What they should have been hugging the trees instead.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So the The remaining thing to resolve is Jaya teaching Sapphire.
Yep.
So Erica's character. You just roll for yourself. Now, the modifiers are just, it's a straight up 0 if you're trying to teach yourself. There's a +1 if you have a teacher. Another +1 if the teacher has speech skill, can communicate. And then there's another +1 if there's institutional context, like Army Recruit Course or university or something like that. You just have a teacher, someone with a skill, +1. So roll +1 to see.
It's a 2 + 1 is 3.
+1. Okay. So the skill development. Let's get to that. I know what the rule is, but I'm just trying to find it so I can show you guys the.
While Kyle is pulling that up, I just want to remind everybody that R.H. Snow will be here tomorrow for a special interview. She's hanging out in the audience there, Watcher of the Damned, all happy to hear us talking about prepper work. I don't know that you would call this prepper work at this point. This is more like what would be after prepper.
Poster,
yes. Poster. So this is poster work.
Right. I use the word skills too often in this text. Skill training. Okay. So a yes and gets 3. You need 6 ticks for the skill to be gained. A yes and gets 3 ticks. A yes gets 2 ticks. Yes but 1 tick, and then you get a -1 on your next attempt. You struggle in class. No but, which is what she got. No tick, but you get a +1 next time. So Erica learns nothing at all. But
dang it, I didn't even know how to do a band-aid.
Yeah, it's just like Jay is struggling with you, going like, don't you even know what carbon is? You know, it's like she's trying to teach you the basic science of it, and that you just have no idea about the circulatory system or what a bone is compared to a muscle or anything like that. So she has to start from the absolute basics. So no, but you'll get a +1 next time.
Well, I'm pretty sure Erica knows a muscle because I think she's injected in it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. That's intramuscular. You want intravenous? We all just stop and turn and stare at Erica.
Yes, but hey, maybe Erica was distracted during the term by she was so busy using the drugs that she wasn't learning how to use them.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone's hunger, fatigue, and distress is all cleared away. So the winter ends. The birds start chirping distantly, not so much on your tree stumps. A few crows, maybe. The occasional eagle coming swooping down and getting a fish.
Any sort of wandering encounters there?
Yes, now we roll for random events during the turn, and during the downtime, which might explain, what's happened so far. We'll find out. Okay, so
Robert Phillips wants to know about Wild Road Warrior costumes. We're not to the car tire and leather stage of our accoutrement, but if we get there, we'll let you know.
No assless chaps.
That's up to you guys. I mean, you've got your clothing. How you dress is up to you.
I'm just gonna stick with what I got for now.
All right. So during the term, is there an environmental encounter? Bill, roll 1d6.
A 1.
No, things are quiet. You don't get any landslides or anything like that.
Oh,
Is
thank
there
goodness.
a living encounter? Roll a 1d6 Joe.
A 6.
A 6. Yes, and all right. What kind of living encounter is there? 1d6.
Another 6.
A trap or a lure.
Ooh. I don't know that.
All right. So you're out there building the walls, or attempting to build the walls one day, and you find that you are not the first people who've been here. You find that there's this large pit trap. You don't step into it or anything, but it's camouflaged and everything. You're just clearing some scrub away so that you can try to put the wall there, and you find this pit trap. Now, is there anything or anyone at the bottom of the pit trap? Make a d6 roll, Joe.
Okay. 2 straight up.
2? No, there's nothing and nobody down in the pit trap. There's just these spikes sticking up. It is like man size. It was obviously designed for a man.
I mean, if it was designed for a monster, I'd be afraid.
Humans are the real monsters. Everyone knows this. It's post-apocalyptic, man. Everyone knows this. Okay. Now, let's see if any strangers show up. Normally, this is a separate a part of the living encounter roll, but given it's the downtime, you get a third roll for that. 1d6. Saf?
A 5.
5. All right. So yes, there is a living encounter. Roll 1d6 for what it is.
A 4.
A 4. Okay. So during the term, you have some visitors. Now, okay, so you're out there one day looking for food, and that. You're out there one day hunting around and looking for food, and along the edge of the forest, seeing this crew standing there, checking you guys out, and you realize that they've been checking you out for a few days now. You thought you'd seen like distant figures and so on. So one of you was out there. Say Safi, Eric. Let's say Erica and Jaya are out there.
Okay.
You see, they're just sort of standing there, checking you out, looking at you.
Are they? Well, we don't know. What do they see? How do they look?
So Erica's going to look at them and say, friend or foe?
The one at the front, who's very obviously in command, she's got that sort of presence to her. She says, neither.
All right. We have no bone to pick with you.
So you're the common crew, she says. She's referring to common prison, as it's called. You're in common prison, or were in common prison. You're in Generic County, a few miles out from Generic City. And as I said, it looks a lot like the woods outside Vancouver.
Because of course it does. Yes,
Every
but it's filmed in British Columbia.
Every sci-fi and post-apocalyptic show looks like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
She looks down, looks back up. Kind of obvious, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, we're just
what was
trying
the
to make
deal
our
with-
way.
So what's the story with Sam and Ellis? Ellis is the one who you shot while surrendering, and Sam is the one who you beat the crap out of.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And
I
why is Sam still alive? And Ellis.
I mean, we're all trying to make our way, figure things out.
Yeah. Does anybody else hear this happening? Are they totally alone?
Oh, you look up from hammering away at your bit of scaffolding and stuff, and you see Erica and Jay are standing a little way away on the edge of the woods, looking into the woods. I suppose you might just see that they're speaking to somebody. You can run over and join in if you wish.
I'll join them because I'm concerned. We haven't seen anybody in a coon's age, but yeah, I'm interested. I'll walk over towards them and join.
Yeah. And the lead one, she looks over at you and she says, "You're new."
Hello. How are you? And he takes his hat off and he gives him a big smile and it says
I've just got a mental
beautiful
picture
day
of
we're
Burt
having here.
Reynolds. I've got a mental picture of Burt Reynolds smiling now.
Yes.
She's just standing there with her arms folded, her crew behind her like that.
So, what are your plans here?
Well, are you all right? I whisper as an aside, everything all right here? Who are these people?
I briefly do a side eye to Joe and say, "We're figuring that out."
Well, I'm gonna be the neighbor, and I'm going to offer them. Come eat with us. You look hungry.
Make a speech check. Let's see how warmly received. Basically, it's a reaction roll.
A straight roll of 5. I don't know what applies.
Straight roll 5. Yeah. But there are modifiers here because of some past events and so on. She says, "So, what's the story with Sam and Ellis? And why are they still alive?"
Can't
They're
say.
useful right now.
I've never heard of them, so I can't answer.
That's what she said to you. So you're new.
Yes, I am new. Sam and Alice. I've never met them.
You probably would have heard talk of them over the last month or two. I don't know, unless this is something that you guys do not speak about.
We don't talk about that. Nope. Doesn't come up.
What happens in the store stays in the store.
That's right.
I asked them to elaborate, not asking my own friends, but I asked them, who are Sam and Alice?
You might want to ask your friends here about them. Seems they start a fight, shoot a man, shoot their own man, kill the woman, and then walk away without even checking a pulse.
Oh.
They started a job, but they didn't finish it.
To be fair,
These guys
We
are
were
also
tr-
wearing
we-
animal skins and so on. They look like
to
they've
be
been
fair,
in the forest for a long time.
you know, we were trying to save one of our own. We weren't going to stay to make nice. Fortunately, we lost him, but we got close. He
And
made it back to the infirm.
She just shakes her head. You killed 2 people because you couldn't manage entry properly. Sloppy. She shakes her head.
Yeah, we're working on that. Got some ideas?
Ideas. It's up to you guys.
Mac is feeling very uncomfortable here, and he says, "Now listen, these folk here, they're good people. I've been with them for a little time now, and I don't expect them to make any hasty decisions that without thinking about it. Now I can't say what happened here, but the fact that they're still alive means that these people aren't killers. Perhaps they had mercy upon your friends."
All I
At any
know is you
point,
guys have
we'll,
got to be careful. You guys have got to be careful, she says.
yeah, it's a bad place out here.
Sam survived and Ella survived. And they've made some friends and they're not happy.
Thanks for the warning. You want to meet the rest of our group?
Max says, "Are you sure you can't stay for dinner?" As
I'm
sure they walk away.
I think we've seen enough. I'm Min. This is our forest. And she turns and walks away. And the others, just one by one, keep watching you. And then one by one, they turn around and they peel off.
Matt hollers, "Y'all come back now, you hear?"
So anyway, I'm assuming that I'm in the Radio Shack or wherever I've set up. Just like, I wonder what everybody else is up to right now. You know, I really should do a more formalized schedule of duties just to keep track of where people are. But I'm sure things are fine. They'd come and get me if anything was going on. I miss bottled water. I wonder if the gas in the ground tanks is any good anymore. It's siphon some of that up.
So after they evaporate, yeah, I think we should regroup and report.
That wasn't a Band-Aid on his nose. That was a little gas mask on the kid.
No.
And Gonzalo contributes. Let's not bicker and argue about who killed who.
So yeah, let's call everybody together and explain what we learned.
And what did we learn? Double tap. Always double tap.
Apparently. Ka-chow.
Yeah, so that happens sometime in the middle of the term and the downtime, and you otherwise finish the downtime undisturbed. You saw the occasional animal and you shot it and ate it. Did some fishing, attempted to build up your facility, not terribly successfully, but it's a start. And in your next downtime, you should have more success because you'll have a +1 to basically everything. You learn some things about the land. This is your first attempt at building a post-apocalyptic stronghold, so
it is. It is.
Right.
Kyle, I'm gonna take some time and listen in on radio bands. Just passively. At first, I'm not going to. Hey, we're the group of plucky survivors by a lake just off the highway. If you guys are looking to build a community here, yeah, we're not doing the Fallout. We're not doing Fallout 4 radio beacons, not just yet. But listening in, do I hear anything? Anybody broadcasting in the clear? Have tick. Let me do this, and let me do that, and let me do this. No, I do not. I got a 1.
Okay. No, it's dead silent around here.
Not a talky bunch out there. Oh well.
You don't know if it's just this particular area, or if just not enough radios are working, or what.
Mm.
But yeah, you get static.
Speaking of radios working, I did grab some walkie-talkies. Was I by chance able to finagle those into working so we could use them as a comms system around here?
Yes,
like
they were part of the walkie-talkies that you got from the prison system.
Excellent.
So,
Excellent.
which means that they'll be old and out of date, particularly in the context of the general collapse. They'll be old and out of date, which means they survived the EMP.
Woohoo! So
Nice.
just dead batteries. It just had to charge them back up. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You just need 10 D batteries.
Yeah. Here's your walkie-talkie, and here's your suitcase full of batteries.
Or some 9 volts.
Yeah. So I will. Anybody who's going to be out and about, basically away from being able to just run right into a cabin, gets a walkie-talkie.
Right. Okay, so the downtime ends with the results as previously described. What would you like to do for your next adventure? Because remember too, you can, if you're thinking about building up facilities, you can get a bonus if you've got good materials for them. So that can be a mission or adventure to go somewhere that you expect to find materials.
Go ahead.
Just real quick. Over this 3-month period, can we fashion together some melee weapons of worth? Maybe some old pipes from the buildings.
Yeah, improvised weapons.
Yeah.
Attacking at -1. You don't even need to fashion them. They just assume to be around.
Okay, perfect.
You only need to make a crafting roll if you want at least a basic one. But like anyone can pick up a plank with a couple of nails in it.
Yeah. Well, I don't have much. Never been a trifling man myself, but I know we've got to get some things done here, and this is a rough world we're living in, and we've only got a couple people with guns here. So I shot, I used to shoot groundhog
Jaya
on
has got a pump action shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Bill's character John has got a Glock, and I believe there was one other firearm that you picked up from somewhere or other.
I think that one was a revolver.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a revolver. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So 3 different firearms of 3 different calibers. It's looking a lot like a computer game so far.
Yeah. Well, if I know anything about my survival games, we should be able to find an abandoned building with a safe in it that's got 4 rounds of pistol ammo we need, and an open bottle of Coca-Cola, and $300.
And yeah, also that pump action shotgun is rather prone to jamming. You've noticed.
Yeah.
Apart from when you blew away Alice, every other time it's jammed. Or no, there was also firing through the viewing port at the naked dude running around trying to eat people's faces. It was firing through him, blazed away that. But aside from that, it kept jamming.
All right, so I think what we ought to do is, now that spring has sprung, let's head a little further up the highway. What do you guys say to a day trip? We'll hop in the VW and we'll head a little further up the highway and see what we can see. I mean, when I arrived at my previous accommodations, it was in a not very windowed school bus. So yeah, I didn't get much of a look at the scenery.
So what you know of is the gas station where you shot Ellis.
Yeah, let's try to
there are shops.
not revisit there.
There are shops and warehouses around there, is the point. And that's to the east, and then to the west is the city. Generic city,
right.
which is 50 to 100,000 people, or was before all this.
Can we expect there to be suburbs to this city?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Bill, is that what you were trying to? Is that what you wanted to do? Go towards the city or go towards where we had been?
I'm more suburbs if I'm being 100% honest. Big built up city full of potentially a few thousand crazed, starved people or zombies is not very high up on my list of places to stick it into. So let's maybe go to the hinterlands. Let's hit the suburbs.
Hey, I'm up for a night on the town. But perhaps I should run point with my
Joe says
semi
we should go to the gas
without a trailer.
station. Joe says we should go to the gas station and she racks her pump action shotgun. Finish the job.
Let's.
Well, they got
Jaya,
some friends now.
Jaya, calm down. I mean, listen. I don't. I heard your shot first. Why did you shoot first?
It's a fair question.
They were
Why'd you
wrestling
shoot
me for the shotgun.
You're wrestling for the shotgun? Well,
Did you point it at them?
Well, I went in ahead, as John told me to.
No, I didn't. I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
All right, look. The gas station is these people are both alive and pissed at us. The gas station is as far as I'm concerned, the gas station is a little too much trouble right now. I mean, you talk about let's go in and finish them off. That thing locked up on you. I would just as soon put the whole ugly affair behind us. Let's see if there's easier pickings.
I will remind you that somebody has informed us that these guys, not only did they survive, they've gotten friends. Could be a problem. Could be a problem.
Well, and that means we could be seriously overmatched. I mean,
Indeed.
so going to finish off the job could basically end up with us strung up off of a highway sign.
And we got three lightweight guns. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, their friends could be former National Guardsmen, and we show up and get lit up with a saw or an M60. I would just as soon see what people may have left behind in their departures.
Yeah.
It's M134. Just Kyle's like, I don't like these characters anymore. All right, everyone.
I mean, the suburbs can be a treasure trove of stuff for us.
Thank you. It's a little distressing that you described the suburbs that way.
First time in history that anyone has referred to the suburbs as a treasure trove.
I mean,
not if you're in for doing B&Es.
They've got all kinds of stuff. They probably have all kinds of weapons. They probably have all kinds of materials that we can utilize, and maybe even a few people.
Yeah, exactly. But a bunch of hoarders, a bunch of people who thought they were going to win the lottery someday, and they just live like they were going to live.
Garage full of sports equipment.
Yeah. Hey, if we find if we're searching someone's house and we find an old dusty, high up on a shelf box of lawn darts, Kyle, that's lethal weapons right there, man. That's 1d8 per.
I mean, there's all kinds of stuff we could find. You never know.
I do suggest if we no matter where we go, we pack ready to survive without coming back.
No, I think that's probably a wise decision. I know
are you all going to go, or is a PC or NPC or two going to stay back at the stronghold?
I think we'll all go because we don't know if we're coming back.
Yeah. So I'll get the CB out of the comms area. We'll slap it back in the truck. We've got that. We've got the walkie-talkies. Let's hit the suburbs, everyone.
Okay.
Do we have how many CBs do we have? One or two?
We have I grabbed I think I 2 or 3 walkie-talkies, and we have the big CB in the truck.
Okay. Oh, I'm playing Eastbound and Down, and on my 8-track, and
So,
I'm playing it over the walkie-talkie.
Please
which,
don't
if
do
any,
that.
vehicles are you taking? You've got the VW, you've got the semi, the flatbed, big
Yeah.
flatbed,
Oh, a
and
semi
you've got the diesel truck as well.
diesel truck is used for parts. Semi is trailerless. It's so it can pick up another trailer along the way.
Mhm.
So and
Well,
also
yeah,
move
it's a
also
flatbed.
move quicker. Yeah.
So you're going to take the flatbed and the VW. You're going to leave the diesel
Yeah,
one.
that's the plan.
Cool.
Oh.
All
It's
right, you
not,
drive away. So you
Yeah.
gear up and you drive away from your stronghold with its bed bug filled sleeping quarters.
And disorganized board games.
It's half built water.
But we're taking some food with us.
It's comms tower. It's half built generator. The half built board games room. The half built reinforced walls. Bits of scaffolding and timber just sticking out randomly through the mud. It was probably just too muddy. That's why you couldn't build a wall. You needed a foundation. Yeah, and lots of tracks down to the lake where you've been washing and fishing and stuff, and all the tree stumps among the mud, etc. And leave behind the memories of the failed physician lessons, the failed attempts to turn you into an emergency room nurse.
Yes.
Because you've been too busy huffing on something.
You say it. You say all this like we're never coming back, and that we should be ashamed of what we've done.
That's why it's so easy to leave.
It is.
Right.
It is. It sounds exactly like most of my settlements in Fallout 4. It's like I'll go back to places and there's just like an empty structure, and I'm like, what was I building here? God,
Well, I've got the notes here, and a lot of it, like I said, a lot of it is a +1 if you try to do it again, because you learn something from the process.
Well, I'm not viewing this as an abandonment, but we just have to be careful now that we've been warned by this pack of the Walking Dead extras coming in and mumbling about us. You know, you should have finished the job.
You guys are the pack of the Walking Dead extras.
No, we're the main characters, man. They're the extras. All right. So let's head to the burbs.
Alrighty. So you head off to the burbs, and as you approach the city, it looks a lot like the image behind me that I've got here.
Okay.
With overgrown buildings and stuff, and a lot of stopped vehicles. You reach the outer suburbs. Some of the houses starting to get closer together, and you come across houses. What are you guys looking for specifically?
Let's look for a subdivision. We will pull in.
There's a cul-de-sac. There's always a cul-de-sac.
Because of course there's a cul-de-sac. Okay.
Those are always the most dangerous. That's where all the accidents happen.
We're not taking the semi down the cul-de-sac. We'll
leave it by the subdivision sign. It's probably something like Pleasant Meadows or something.
Yeah.
You have to do a 38-point turn to get in and out of the cul-de-sac with the semi.
Exactly.
Up where I'm from, there is there's a community, a subdivision called the Shire, and it has a bunch of token names in there that are slightly misspelled.
So they don't draw the wrath of Tolkien Enterprises.
Yes.
New Line
fantastic.
Cinemas. All right.
Fantastic.
Okay, Kyle, we will pull in and we will take the first house on the left. We'll
right,
walk up and knock.
You're coming up to Devondale Estates, and there's a big homeowners association sign with rather faded.
I rammed the Volkswagen into it. No.
With all these prohibitions against failing to mow your lawn and everything. There's a lot of overgrown lawns now. And it also says no open carry here, and there's a number of bullet holes in the sign.
Any certain homes as we look here that
Okay,
are more overgrown than the
a
others?
dozen suburban homes, and they're all a very similar layout of like most of the living area on one side and the garage on the other, and the entrance in between. And they're all quite run down and overgrown. There's a number of broken windows, boarded up windows, and doors ajar and stuff. The area was in economic decline even before the Civil War and before the economic collapse, and then the EMP or solar flare, whichever it was that zapped all the electronics.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a number of these places. You start on the left or something and go in?
Yeah, first house on the left.
Okay. Environmental encounter. Roll 1d6 to see if there's an environmental encounter.
A 6.
A 6. Yes, there is. Now 1d6 for what kind of environmental encounter it is.
Emma. Another 6.
Another 6. Okay. You come up to the first house, and you open the door, and you smell smoke inside this place. Smell smoke. There's something inside burning.
I will close the door and turn around and tell my companions, that place isn't going to be for very much longer. Next house on the left.
Works for me.
It's a hot property if you guys are looking to invest.
And you hear a hissing sound from inside the building as well.
Maybe we should go 2 doors down.
Yeah. I think we're looking at a gas explosion, guys. Let's just move away from it quickly.
No doubt.
There was a TV series, Life After People. Like if all the people just suddenly disappeared one day, what would happen to the area? And yeah, that was the conclusion. There would be a lot of gas fires in cities.
Oh yes.
Oh
Yes. So a few houses down on the left.
Okay. All right. Make a roll for this one.
Joe,
Seth, your turn.
Kenneth.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
6.
There you go.
A 6, yes. All right.
God.
So what's the environmental encounter?
Subdivisions fall apart.
Better you than me.
There we go. A 4.
A 4. Okay. This place is very run down. There's nothing burning or anything, but you know that you'll have to tread very carefully because you get the feeling that, like, there's a smell of damp, and you glance in and you can see ceiling collapse and so on. So you get the feeling that the wrong step here, you might go through the floor, or a bit of ceiling might drop on you or something.
Yeah, there's probably not anything worthwhile in there. Shall we move on?
On the other hand, if it looks dangerous like that, there might be something worthwhile in there, because other people might have said, no, it's not worth it.
Right.
But maybe the great green devil face on the wall, there's something good in its open mouth. We'll go to the next one.
All right, next one. Joe, make a roll.
Sure.
Take the bait. Take the bait.
Straight roll 5.
5. Yes, there is some sort of environmental problem. Check it out. Make a roll for what it is.
A 2.
A 2. All right. This one, you glance through the front door, which is ajar, and you see a very decayed and mostly eaten human body lying there in the lounge room.
Right.
So when I see this body, does it seem fresh or old?
It's old.
It's old.
It's weeks or months old. You smell it, and it's been chewed on by something or someone.
I will. I'll motion to the party and ready my rod pipe, my iron pipe, and step inside the door.
Okay.
All right.
So let's see if there's a living encounter in here. Make a D6 roll, Joe, since you're the one stepping in.
All right. 1 second here. A 1.
A 1. Okay, so there's all these maggots crawling all over the body and lots of flies going around. It won't be harmful to you, but they're definitely a major irritant if you want to be poking around in the lounge room there.
Okay. As I enter the building, do I see the condition of the place? Does it seem?
This place is reasonably intact for something that hasn't been maintained for weeks or months, and it's had some bad weather over the winter and so on, but it seems to be reasonably intact in here. Yeah, there are broken windows and stuff, but there's no roof collapse or rotted floorboards or anything like that. There's just a really bad where you step into the lounge room. There's a really bad stench and lots of flies buzzing around.
I immediately I head towards the garage. I want to see what kind of ride this guy's got. Does he got anything good? Anything fast?
Okay. All right. So you go to the garage. There's an interior door that goes to the garage. Make a roll to see if the door is openable. Just do a D6.
A 1.
A 1. The door is. Not sure if it's jammed or if there's a heavy object on the other side.
Okay. Did I see a garage coming?
The
Garage
door
door?
the door should be opening outwards into the garage, but it appears to be damned. It's a wooden door. You'd be able to hack through it if you really wanted to. Aside from that, as far as you could see, the only entrance to the garage is like the garage door itself.
I'll give it a kick.
This wooden door, yeah, give it a kick. Okay, make a roll. That'll be a strength check. You don't have the trait, so or the skill, so it's just a straight roll.
4.
Okay, right. So you kick a hole through the door. It's one of those ones that's like got little panels on it, little wooden panels, and you kick through one of the you kick through one of the panels, and on the when you kick through one of the panels down the bottom, you see that on the other side there's like a filing cabinet or a large heavy trolley or something like that. There's something like that against the door there.
Obviously placed there to stop the door.
Well, you don't know if it was there to stop the door or if somebody was just storing stuff in the garage and locked up the door and just went in and out through the normal garage door.
Am I able to see the rest of the garage?
No, you can't see past whatever is blocking the door.
Okay.
It's some sort of metal or whatever. It will, when you kick it, it will shift a little bit. So you think that you and another person, if you pushed enough, you might be able to move it.
Yeah, I'll wait for my party to catch up and ask them, hey, you guys want to help me open this door?
Yeah, I'll throw in and help.
Okay. Well, Jay is the one with strength, I think. Let's see. Oh no, she doesn't have strength. She's got brawling physician presence, and she's wrathful. It looks like nobody has strength. That's all right, but +1. So now make another roll with the +1 this time.
All right. Net 6.
Cool. So you push through the door, and you move the thing aside, and you see it's an old refrigerator.
Mm.
So yeah, push that aside, and the garage beyond is dark. There's just this tiny little sliver of light coming through the crack between the garage door, which is one of the tilt doors, the garage door, and the world beyond, and the building. There's a little crack. There's just a tiny little sliver of light coming through. Otherwise, it's dark.
Well, I figure somebody just got ate in this house. This is a barricade. I'm going to yell out, "Hello, is there anybody there?"
I think we got a flashlight, don't we?
Yeah, you do.
Yes, but I'm calling for survivors.
You don't hear anything, but there's a smell which is like really bad BO, like somebody who hasn't washed for weeks. Really bad smell.
Panning the flashlight around now. Does it look like your standard garage?
Yes, it looks like a standard garage. There is a vehicle that's up on blocks.
Okay.
It looks like somebody's hot rod that he was building over decades. That's to one side. There are a number of tools and stuff on the wall, and there's a pile of garbage bags and blankets and stuff over in one corner. That seems to be where the smell is coming from.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that be. Hey, if this was,
you haven't stepped in at the moment. You've just poked your head in and swept
okay,
the torch around.
I will. Well,
Any
Joe's in
children
front of
in
me.
the
I'm not gonna. Any
That's right, mutilation. That
Oh
was
my
a
God.
good fallout.
Yeah.
Indiana
right,
Jones is in there.
Yeah, waiting for the bomb. I'll kind of point the flashlight at a spot close to us and nudge Joe and go stand over there. No, I literally want past him in there, and he's in front of me. So, like, here, move.
Oh, you want past him? I thought you were pushing him ahead.
No, I'm not shoving him. I'm just like saying, yeah, hey, step in so I can step past.
Oh, I'm trying to be cool as a cucumber and trying to be, we want to be not adversarial, threatening. We don't want to be threatening here. So
No, of course not.
Yes, I obviously touch my nose and I point to that way to you as I step aside.
Okay. I will then, after him, step into the garage, panning the flashlight around. So I'm thinking to myself, if this was somebody's hot rod, that might be their beer fridge. All right. I'm looking around and looking at the tools. Okay, that's good. That's good. Any extension cords, Kyle?
Yeah. Well,
All right.
there probably will be. You could be able to do an inventory a little bit later, and
Okay.
then, make some rolls for what's in there.
If I was to look at this hot rod, what are the main manufacturing parts? Is it a Dodge, a Chevy, a Ford?
It'll be whatever gets rolled up, Joe. Because I don't know cars, man.
Well, I'm gonna make a little sly remark, like 351's all right, but I'd have taken a 50 if I'm being honest.
So while you guys are like peering
Whatever.
around and looking at this hot rod up on the blocks, you hear a movement behind you from amongst all the garbage bags and blankets. over there of a sort of a shuffle and a tinkle of the garbage bag and its contents moving. And you turn around and there's a figure standing up from amongst all the garbage bags, and he's kind of hunched over and skinny and wild-eyed and blinking at your light.
I will.
Puts his hand up. Puts his hand up to his face. He's naked.
Oh.
We get a sense of age on this on this person.
Okay, you peer through. You don't know. He's pretty skinny and gaunt.
Yeah.
And extremely pale. And yeah, he's sort of
hard to tell.
Winking against light.
Okay. Hey there, guy. Whoa. Calm down. Not here to hurt you.
He obviously doesn't like the light.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's lower the light.
Yeah, I'll lower the light out of his face.
When you lower the light, he goes and leaps at you.
Oh God!
Right.
Okay, roll for surprise.
Help!
Roll to see if you are surprised. Roll
Not me. I'm not doing it.
All right, good. Me or Joe?
Yeah, you make a roll, Bill.
Yeah.
See if you're surprised. See if you can react in time, or if he gets a free attack.
Come on. All right, I'm gonna have to go to the dice cup. It's DD Dice is playing up, so
no, there's a result there. I just can't see it because you've got your little bit of text.
I see a 2.
A 2. Okay.
A 2. Okay. No, you were not surprised.
Okay.
But you are like a bit taken aback, so you're acting at -1. What do you wish to do? State your 2 actions for this combat turn.
I'm going to.
You can do handle, move, attack, or orient.
I'm going to flashlight back in his face. That clearly doesn't like that. And I am going to draw my pistol.
Okay.
Is this a party initiative?
Yeah, this party initiative. Yeah.
So, how does grappling work?
It's just a normal attack, but when you do a wound, you just like pin an arm or something like that. You only actually wound them if you get a top result, and then it's just a green wound. It's a minor wound.
Yeah, I see a human in distress here. They're naked and they're not speaking. I want to try to not harm them, but restrain them, and tell them to calm down.
So you do a grappling
try to
attack.
reassure them. Yeah.
Do a grappling attack. Is it both going to be grappling attacks, or are you going to punch him or something first? Or?
No.
Because remember, when you punch, you're very unlikely to, or in the game system, you're unable to kill them. You can only inflict a maximum of a green wound normally with a punch, unless your character has strength, and then it bumps up to a yellow wound. You've got a higher maximum wound then, because you just whack them hard. Like Ivan Drago. If he dies,
No.
he dies.
I must break you.
So yeah, you're just going to do 2 grappling attacks on him, or?
Yes.
Okay. Attacks are resolved simultaneously. So he will do a brawling attack on John Matrix. All right. Let's add in these combat rules. I've got the right screen up? Yep. Okay, brawling attack. It's got a maximum wound of green. Its ideal range is contact. So he is leapt into contact range. He was at melee range, and now he's leapt into contact range. So though he doesn't have a skill of brawling, you're not dealing with a karate ninja here or anything, but he doesn't have a skill, but he still gets a +1 because he's right in close.
Okay.
So I'll roll for his attack with a +1. He gets a no but. So he doesn't manage to successfully punch you, or in this case, bite at you. But while you're dodging out of his way, you go down to the ground.
Okay.
On your way down. On your way down. Let's see.
During one of my frequent trips to the floor.
Yeah. So on your way down, you pull out your pistol.
Okay.
As you go down. So you'll still be able to attack with that, but you'll be at -1 to attack with your pistol. You'll be at +0 if you want to like just melee him, but you'll be at -1. You'll still have your firearm skill, but you'll be at -1 because it's not designed for close encounters.
Well, I've got the flashlight. Is this like a mag light?
Yes,
like one of those. Okay, good. I'm going to beat him with it.
Mag light or pistol. Either will work.
I'm going to beat him with a mag light.
That's next round.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
Joe
just letting you know.
Joe still gets his action. So you grapple him.
So Kyle, he was not able to get his attack, but he knocked him down, or is he in a grapple with him?
He's in contact with him, but he hasn't actually got a grapple on him. It's all happening simultaneously.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So as he leaps across and Bill goes down, you're reaching to grapple him. So make a roll.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Straight 2.
Straight 2. Okay, so that's just a straight miss. You grapple at him, and your second attack.
Whoops! 1 second. Drop my dice. A 4. Straight 4.
Okay, so that's a yes, but. All right, now let's find out. Wound special result special case. Grappling. A black wound is red, choking out. Green wound to the head. Red is fully pinned to the ground, -3 to resist. Yellow is a random body part immobilized, -2 to resist or act. A green, which is what you got, a level 4 one, is a random body part grabbed just for that turn with -1 to his action. So next turn he'll have a -1 because you're just grasping at. Roll a 1d6 for what you're grasping at.
A 5.
A 5. That'll be his right leg. So you're grabbing at the attacker's right leg. So that'll give him a -1 to his actions while he's shaking you off.
And I'm yelling, calm down, calm down. We're not here to hurt you.
Okay. Next round, statement of actions. My guy is going to try to eat your face. Right, that's his actions. What are you going to
do? Do we know that?
Well, he looks pretty aggressive. He's like, and he's.
Does he seem like a human, or does and afflicted, or does he seem like non-human?
He's a human, but he's not a normal human. He doesn't have elvish ears or anything like that. But yeah, he's not normal. He reminds you. Well, he doesn't remind Joe's character, but he reminds Bill's character of what you saw in the prison.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, no, Bill, you didn't see that in the prison either.
No, I didn't see it either. I'm just this is.
But it reminds you of the description. They said there was this naked crazy guy trying to eat.
Okay, well, I'm going to remind him that a flashlight with 8D batteries inside of its steel cylinder are exceptionally handy thing to do. So I'm going to smash him in the face.
Okay, it's an improvised weapon. So it's a -1. You're at contact range when it's a melee weapon, so it's another -1. So it's a net -2, and you don't have the skill, so it's a net -2.
Okay.
Make a roll.
I'm making a roll. 0.
0. Okay.
No dice.
So you swing at him with the thing with the torch, and the torch goes scattering across the garage
Oh, good.
as you're riding around with him on the ground. And your second action, you can just change it just to punching him if you want. You get a +1 because brawling is good.
Yeah, I'll try and punch him.
Okay, whack.
5 total.
5. Okay, so you'll get a green wound on him. Where do you punch him? Roll a 1d6.
A 5 again.
5. Okay, so you punch him on the left leg. You punch him on the same leg where he's been grappled on. Oh, sorry, he's been grappled on the right leg, punched on the left leg. Mm-hmm. Okay, Joe, what are you doing? You're attacking, I presume?
Joe,
turn your mute off, dude.
Sorry, I didn't realize. I didn't realize if you switch apps, it'll mute you. So, anyways, yes, I will. I will use my melee weapon against him. And try to knock him out.
Okay, you just got a hunk of pipe or something, haven't you? So it's a -1.
Yeah.
Yep. Make a roll.
It's a 1. Net.
Okay.
Net 1.
You at the last moment you decide to fling your melee weapon at him instead, and that also goes scattering across the garage.
Okay.
You can follow up with a punch or a kick if you want.
Oh sure, yeah. I'm gonna try to hit him with my knee right in the. Nope. Yep. It's a net 0.
Okay. So you kick at him, and you're going to miss your next round. You're so desperately kicking at him. You're trying not to kick Bill at the same time, so it puts him off. All right, now he gets a turn. Total of 4 and a total of 2. So he gets 1 miss, and he gets 1 bite in. And he bites at you. So that was a 4. So that was a green wound. He's biting at the hit location.
I think we got antibiotics in the kit.
He bites at your leg.
All
is writhing around on the ground, and you're desperately trying to kick at him as well and push him away. And he grabs your foot and goes and bites into you. So you got a green wound on the right leg.
Okay.
Next round.
Alrighty.
Joe is going dithering. Sorry, Joe. Don't take it personally, man. So it's just Bill and you. Now, the others outside have heard this scuffling and cries and things dropping and everything. Would the others outside like to join in? Might get a bit crowded in the garage, but...
When we approach the house, we know they're in the garage.
Yes.
Can we try to open the door from the outside?
Yeah, you can. You can just
let's do that. Let's open it up and see what's going on.
Strength check, because it's normally a powered door. So, yeah.
I mean, if we're working together, there's a couple of us out here.
Yeah. So you can just do it with a +1. Make a roll. Do you open the door this turn?
A 1, so 2.
It seems to be jammed in place.
We'll kick at it a couple times. Maybe that'll loosen it up.
So while you're wrestling around on the ground, you hear this bang, bang, bang from outside. Somebody's kicking on the door from outside. You hope that it's not another one of these things. You hear cries of alarm and kicking and bashing.
I'm taking the hammer and I'm pounding on the door a little bit to see if that loosens it up.
Poor Bill and Joe. This is probably why Joe is frozen and panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
What? These guys coming from outside too? Oh no. All right, so you're wrestling around in the darkness with just the flickering light of the torch pointed towards the wall. You're wrestling
This
this
is a
thing.
gas station all over again. They're used to this.
There's this like bash, crash, boom from outside. You don't know what's going on. And then you guys outside, you just hear these cries of pain and just from inside and lots of scuffling and shouting. And Joe going, ah!
Yeah, we got to get in there. Let's
Yeah.
see if we can get this door open to help them.
Did they not just come through the front? I'm so confused about why
Yeah,
they're trying to break into it.
I don't know either, Bill. Well, they didn't just come through the front door.
Yeah, why you guys just didn't come through the damn front door? But
it's probably because they're probably thinking because it's going to be crowded in there. So if they open up the door, then there's a bit more room.
Yeah, there's at least 3 of them
Yeah.
there.
You need to free up those hexes on the other side of the monster so that you can all bring in your characters to attack.
yeah.
Yeah. I would imagine I'm not afraid of the outside noises as so far as the monster in front of me.
Oh, you went robot on us, dude.
Yeah, your sound is funny, Joe. Joe, stop changing apps.
I think he's just
All right.
having mic and audio issues. Okay.
Give it a second. Give it a second.
Sounds like what's his name from Phantom of the Paradise.
No,
My
I
music is
had
for Phoenix.
I had a sudden mental picture of the robot from the black hole. But anyway,
Oh, there you
I don't know
go.
why I thought of that one. I haven't thought of that for like 30 years. Anyway.
Maximilian, yeah. All right.
Bill,
Well,
most importantly,
he's
what you're doing.
paralyzed with indecision. Anyway, I'm just gonna punch this thing a couple of times.
Okay. All right. And it's going
All
to
right.
be your turn.
Okay.
Roll your 2 attacks.
A 4 and a 5.
Okay. Yep. So you'll get 2 green wounds on it. Let's see the hit location.
And a 5 and a 4.
5 and a 4. Okay. So his right arm and his left leg, punching and kicking, still lying around on the ground. And he gets 1 good bite in on you. Again on your left leg. He must be holding onto it and chewing like.
Yeah. Another green wound.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that was your right leg before, so now it's your left leg. Here you go.
Okay.
Can we get the door open?
You can make a roll.
Okay.
Normally, you don't have to roll to the big heavy door, but
The door falls
Another
out on you
one.
and kills you.
Another one.
normally you don't have to make a roll. It's just because you're in a hurry. See, so you got that sense of urgency. But no, you do not get it open. It seems to be shut. Autumn says, "Look, let's just go in the front door."
Okay, fine.
I'm ready, says Jaya.
All right, let's pile.
All right, so
Dogpile.
you'll arrive in the next round. The next combat round. Only takes you 1 to run inside. And then you can start shooting at Bill, or the thing that's attacking.
Yeah, whichever.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
All right,
It happens.
now, Bill, you need to make a stand-up check. So every time you're wounded, however serious or non-serious the wounded, you need to make a stand-up check to see if you remain standing.
6.
6, yes. Yeah, you will be able to stand up if you want to. It still takes an action to stand up, but you'll be able to stand up.
That's fine.
You can go from prone to crouching. And once you're crouching, you can melee. To go from prone to standing in one action requires an athletics check, but prone to crouching will be enough, or you can remain on the ground. It's up to you. But if you're up, then you might be able to reach around for your light or your gun, which scattered somewhere or other.
Okay.
You won't be able to do that if you're on the ground.
Any action I can make in my absence, I will.
Yes.
Attacking.
Yeah, you can. You can. Let's see
you.
what you were doing this time. You're going to punch him or you're going to grapple him?
Well, do I have my pipe available?
No, it went flying.
Oh, it went flying. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna punch him.
Yep. Okay. Make a roll. 2 attacks.
It'll be just a straight 4
And
and another 4.
oh, okay. So you get 2 green wounds. All right. Let's make a stand-up check for him. Whoa. Whoa. 2 6s. Yes, he seems totally unfazed by your kicking at him. You hear ribs breaking, and you know that there's severe bruises happening and stuff, but he seems completely unfazed by this. Rah. He's still going for it. Okay, next turn. Bill, what you going to do?
I'm gonna get up and from prone to crouched, you say?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna punch him.
Okay, that's your action. What are you going to do this turn, Joe?
A couple more punches here.
Yeah. Remember, you can go looking for your lead pipe, or you can grab some other improvised weapon from around the garage. There's plenty of tools and things lying around. Just heavy metal objects will do it. You can do a handle action to try to grab something if you want. The reason to do that is that so you've got green, yellow, red, and black wounds, and the different weapons have got a different maximum amount of damage. So your fists have got a maximum of green wound, a blunt weapon a maximum of a yellow wound, a sharp weapon a maximum of a red wound, and then a firearm maximum of a black wound. So you can't immediately kill someone just with your hands in normal circumstances.
With grabbing an improvised weapon, that would take an attack to grab the weapon.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
You just reach out and grab something, and then
do I see anything in range?
Yeah, there'll be something in range because it's a garage, and I've already said that it's full of tools, so you better grab something.
Yeah, I'm looking for something pointy, and
if you want to take time to look for something pointy, then that'll be an orient and then a handle. Orient to look around.
Just grab something and bring him.
Yeah, no.
If you just grab something,
closest, like I'll take a lamp. I'll take a lamp. You know what I mean? I'm not picky.
Okay, you take a lamp that was lying on top of the engine block. One of those, those powered lamps, and it's got the little grill around it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you grab one of those lamps. It's got a big long power cord on it too.
Well, I'm not gonna forget that power cord. You never know. It's even better than a 50-foot long rope.
All right. Yep. And then the others come running in. They've spent the last turn coming in, and the others come running in. Who's at the front? Will it be Erica at the front, Jaya, Autumn?
Probably Jaya, because she's pretty aggressive.
She is.
She sure is. I love her for that.
There's a large person with a shotgun and a stab vest on. So. Okay. So she'll come running in. Do you want to tell Jaya what to do, or are you going to leave it up to me and the dice?
Yeah.
I think Jaya will see what's going on.
Okay.
And she's going to do like she did the last time. She's going to shoot the bad thing.
Okay. Remember the rules for firing into a melee? Do you recall the rules?
Yeah,
because that's how.
Yeah, that's what happened. Why we had to vacate the last place.
Okay. All right. Well, at least your character's not in melee this time. All right.
No doubt.
Bill, you want to go first?
Yeah.
All actions go simultaneously, so yeah.
One, so no and or no but or
Okay, so no.
Well, that was the first one, so
Yeah, that was the first one, but because you got no and, you miss your next action.
okay, that's fine.
Normally, you drop your weapon or at a jam or something, but when it's your own fist, you're like, you just get off balance. Well, you only had one attack anyway, because you were rising.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so it was only one attack anyway. Okay,
All right.
Joe, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. 1 sec. 2 attacks, yeah.
Yep.
A 2.
Yep. That's
Oh,
a miss.
come on. And a 4.
Okay. So that's another green wound. Does he remain standing? Yes, he does. Sorry, I'm rolling too well here. All right. So he has a go at Bill. Oh. Bites at him again. I hope you've had your tetanus shots.
Is the improvised weapon of the lamp?
This time he's biting at your right arm.
Okay.
Okay, and tears a chunk out of your right arm.
Good. Good.
And excuse me. All right, so you need to do another stand-up check, Bill.
Okay. Somebody needs to mute their mic. And we're
I'm
hearing
sorry.
That's okay. 4.
4. Yes, you will remain standing. But you'll be at -1 on the next action, if I remember rightly. Yes, you stand, but you lose the turn. So you'll lose the next turn.
Okay.
Because you go, and it bit you on the arm twice. So stand back. All right. Now Jaya comes in. Chick, chick, boom. Whoa. All right. So she has +1 for her firearms. She has -1 because it's dark conditions. It's a ranged attack. Hasn't been relevant to melee or close combat. So that cancels out. So she has a net 0. There's no range bonus or malus or anything like that. But she gets 2 5s with both her attacks.
Okay.
And the 5 is a yellow wound. Okay, yellow wound. That's a major injury that requires prompt treatment within some hours. Example, include casualties who may need surgery but whose general condition permits a delay. So large soft tissue wounds, fracture of major bones, intra-abdominal or thoracic wounds or burns or less than 20% of the body surface area. Boom! Boom! And the location shoots him in the trunk and in the right arm. So he makes a stand-up check. Boom! And he falls down like a sack of spuds. He's still alive, still flapping and going, but he's fallen down. He's down, but he's not out. He's not unconscious or anything. So
somebody hit him and make him unconscious again, please.
Okay, next round. What are you going to do, Bill? Oh, you're not doing anything. So what are you doing, Joe?
No.
Joe, you've muted yourself.
Joe, you're muted, bud.
Oh yeah. What am I doing throughout the rest of the round, you say?
New round. What are you doing?
New round. Okay.
It's a new round. Yeah, what are you going to do in the new round?
Well, there were gunshots.
Finish him.
Finish him.
Well, everything's simultaneous, correct? So
Yes.
I heard gunfire. I'm gonna back away.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so you're back.
It's almost like some distant voice tells him, "Don't do it."
All right, so back away. All
He's
right,
backing away,
Erica,
if he, yeah.
Erica, Jaya looks like she's shouldering a weapon, ready to finish the guy off. Are you going to prevent her? or tell her
No,
not
I'm getting my machete out and waiting.
to? Fair enough. Okay, next round. Someone want to roll for Jaya? Joe, why don't you roll for Jaya?
Sure. All right, 1 second here.
Remember, he still counts as in melee, even though he's down.
Who counts for melee?
Okay, so when you were in, remember what happened to your previous character. When you're in melee with somebody and somebody fires range combat, if they miss, they have to do a second 2-hit roll to see if they hit the one who was in melee. It's like the classic hostage taker and hostage thing. If you miss the hostage taker, you might get the other guy. So he still counts as in melee because he's close by.
A 5 on that.
5. Boom. Okay, that's another yellow wound. He fails his stand-up check, so that means he's unconscious. She gives him a second shot.
Second shot?
Yeah.
A 6.
Boom! That's a red wound. All right, she blasts him in the head. So he's taken 4 shotgun blasts. He's down. He's out. He is not going to survive without immediate trauma care. And I get the feeling
if there was even a chance, I would take my truck and just drive away. You know, I would not.
So Erica tells Jada, I'll finish this, and she takes the machete and makes sure that he's not coming back. We made this mistake once. We're not doing it again.
Yeah.
All right. She hacks into him and finishes him off. All right. Everyone now has a point of fatigue.
Well,
whenever you're in a combat, you're in a you fatigue. And then
what if you have fighters, gunfighters?
Yes. Erica has a point of distress. So fatigue is different. Fatigue is just tiredness. Distress is, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah, okay,
So everyone gets fatigue, whether you're a gunfighter or not. You just get tired out. Combat is inherently tiring. It's like going for a hard sprint or something like that.
Yeah.
So everyone who was involved gets that. But the ones without combat or medical skill get a point of distress as well. Oh my God, what just happened? Others like, yeah, I've seen this before. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Yeah. So, so let's fade to the credits now. And between sessions, we can establish what you found in loot in the place, if it was a room without treasure or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take out the wild dude.
All right, and let's hope that's all it was, just a wild dude. But so I got chomped up. I hope this is not your standard zombie virus, or else John Matrix is going to have a brother Jim.
With or without with
Grid Square.
That, we hope you've had your tetanus shot recently.
Indeed.
I'm sure we can find something to help in the bag. You know, I pretty much emptied the cabinet at the infirmary at the prison.
I'll Band-Aid up and pour some alcohol on and that sort of thing. But anyway,
Jay looks over at the corpse and says, "Never bring your teeth to a gunfight."
Mac doesn't really care about any of that. He's just more interested in what kind of engine does this hot rod have in it.
God. I swear, if it's a Firebird.
Max doesn't have a combat skill either, does he?
What's that?
Mac doesn't have a combat skill either, does he?
No, he doesn't.
So he'll have a point.
With some time, he's begun calling John Matrix Big Iron. It's like, hey, Big Iron.
Well, I'm gonna limp over and pick up my flashlight, and then we're gonna fade to credits. But thank you very much, Kyle, as always, for running this. Now, will you be joining us next week?
That is my intention. Yes.
All righty. Well, we will aim at that, and of course, Joe and Kanik, thank you both very much for joining us tonight. And as I said before, guys, if you're out there, if you are a channel supporter through Patreon or through YouTube membership, and you'd like to get in on this post-apocalypse, maybe zombie, definitely mayhem, reach out to myself or Kyle via the Discord or social media, and we will we'll see about rolling you into this insanity. But as for the rest of you folks, I'm going to very politely and gently banish you all back to the green room where you can enjoy some schnapps and baklava as I put the kids to bed. Guys, we've got a great show coming up tomorrow. We have got author R.H. Snow here to talk about her post-apocalypse fiction, her TTRPG stuff that she's got going on, and I'm really excited about this one because she's got some very cool stuff, and we're going to talk to her about that tomorrow. And continuing in a post-apocalypse vein, of course, Friday night we will be playing some classic Gamma World, so don't miss that. As for myself, everyone, I am going to slide on out of here. And hey, you know what? It could have been worse. The thing in the garage could have been an owl bear. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.